Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 7 of the Tech Talk with Judy and Tricia. Today I'm so excited. I'm so excited because we have a project manager amongst us. And not particularly because of anything, but because I know in the course of me searching for my niche, there was a time I tried to go into project management. So I'm sure that I'm going to learn a whole lot from this audience. So without much ado, let me welcome our audience. I'm not seeing anyone here yet, but if you're here, kindly type on the comment section. Just tell us a hello, or you tell us a hashtag tech talk, or just say wherever you're coming from on the live on the comment section. So over to my host, Judy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7. Welcome to episode 7. Here we've got with us, my name is Judy Risiafi, by the way, and I've got with me my co host, Patricia Orji, and our special guest of honor, Elizabeth Olagunju. Elizabeth, hope I pronounced your surname right. Hope I've not murdered it.
No, you pronounced it right.
All right. Okay, hi everyone. If you are joining us and you are here live and direct, can I see you on the chat? So we've got Roman here again. Hi, Roman. Oh, Roman is joining us from YouTube because it says LinkedIn video feed has severe lag issues. I figured, and that is why I put the YouTube link and I think, Roman, we need to put a bug for LinkedIn to look at. So this morning, I tried to join a LinkedIn Live. It wasn't just going through. And I don't think anybody was able to join from LinkedIn. So I think it's a bug that LinkedIn has got. So software testers, if you're a software tester in the house, let us start putting hashtag LinkedIn, what is happening to our lives?
It's most likely a bug.
Have you noticed that LinkedIn lives are having issues right now? Has anyone noticed that?
They tend to be
Yeah, I think
lagging,
I've
but
seen
I
some people
think
complain about it.
Yeah, I think ever since they switched from audio to live, because I don't think anyone can do LinkedIn audio anymore, I think there's a bug. So, LinkedIn, if you are here listening to us, please bring back our live shows, bring back
I
our.
think LinkedIn is live now
Yes, it's
because we
live.
have
And
some
ever
there.
since they tried to switch to live, they have always been having this issue. Remember the one we had with Tuberi? Do you remember? Well, our episode 5, yeah, we had issues with logging in. So we are going to have a hashtag for LinkedIn specifically. Bring back our live. But yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us, Roman. And Meg is saying hello. And as usual, if you're joining us, please, you can drop where you're joining us from. Drop it on the comment section. Tell us where you're calling us from. Tell us what time it is. Let us start seeing the comments rolling in. I'm just going to look through Instagram. If you're joining us from Instagram, can we get a hi? If you're joining us from YouTube, can we get a hi? Anywhere you're joining us from, please can we get a hi so we can know that we have people listening to us and we're not just listening to ourselves. Hi, everyone. Okay. Oh, Roman, we know that you're joining us from Vilnius, Lithuania. Okay, so I'll go first. I am connecting from the city of London, and it is 6:05 p.m. I will speak for my guests. Joining from the beautiful city of Lagos, the center of excellence, Lagos, Nigeria, and it is 7:05 p.m. And Patricia is joining us from the UK, and it is it is 6:06 p.m. Hi, Taiwo. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Hi, everyone on Instagram. Hi, hi, hi. So we'll just not waste a lot of time. We're going to go straight into the show. today. And like I said earlier, we've got with us Elizabeth, who is a product manager and a digital strategist with a passion for building innovative solutions that drive business growth. So, Elizabeth here has got a strong background in product development, marketing, and advertising, and she has worked with diverse projects ranging from fintech, e commerce, fashion, tech, and media tech. I will leave the rest for Elizabeth to introduce, for her to give us her own introduction. But I think the guest we've got here, Patricia, you agree with me, she's loaded, right?
Yes, I actually came across her page, and by the way, that picture was so mind blowing.
It
All
was.
right.
That's what caught my attention, to be quite
The
frank
picture
with you.
says, "Connect with me. I am your project manager, a hottie and a baddie. I can do
Product
everything."
manager. It's as if you want to give Elizabeth, maybe you should take a course in project management because our co-host has just been tagging you project manager. She's a
Yes.
product manager.
Most people do that. They always confuse it. Product
And that's
manager,
going to be
product.
our first question. What is the difference between
Ooh,
a product and a project manager? Yeah. So before we go into that first question, yeah, go on, Patricia.
I was going to ask that. I thought she said prod. Oh, I know there's actually product manager and then there's project, right?
Yeah,
So you
Yeah.
are product.
yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yes. So basically a product manager can also be a project manager. So when people ask me what's the major difference between a product manager and a project manager, one thing that I always say there is that one is a product and the other is a project. So basically a project always is very time bound. For example, you can say for this particular project, we are working on it for 6 weeks and it has like a starting point and a end point, but a product does not have an end point because a product you're always going to continue to work on it. It's a continuous process. So you are not going to work on a product and say that, oh yeah, we are done with it, then okay, yes, we are done with it. That's not how it works. So when you build a product, there's always like iterations. You are always like, for example, using LinkedIn, this bug issue is, for example, imagine LinkedIn build the app and they say, okay, yes, we are done with it. It's not possible because they always have to like fix issues, answer user requests, also iterate and make sure that users are getting more value and are getting a very good user experience. So a product is always ongoing, it doesn't end, it's an iterative process. Why a project, like okay, we were saying a project, we're working on it for 6 weeks, we're done with it, then we're moving on to the next project, but it doesn't work like that in products. But like I said, a product manager can also be a project manager because I have worked as a manager before. Because even while working as a product manager, it also involves is having project management skills because you're also like managing people and working with different teams, basically.
yeah. So I'm sure that means Patricia was not wrong when she was calling you project manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Oops. I've lost Patricia and I've lost Elizabeth. Patricia, are you there? Okay, so while we're waiting for Elizabeth to come back and Tricia to come back also, I am just going to just give us a brief overview of who Elizabeth is and when she comes back, she'll carry on from there. So she's a graduate of the University of Ibadan, where she studied or where she majored in marketing, advertising, and public relations. And her journey in the tech industry began while she was still in the university. She's currently a product manager at Cell Media Incorporated, where she plays a key role in developing and optimizing digital products that enhance our user experience or enhance user experience and business efficiency. So beyond product management, Elizabeth is deeply interested in technology's impact on consumer behavior and brand loyalty, especially in emerging markets. She's an advocate for practical user centered design and strategic problem solving. She enjoys sharing insights on product development, digital marketing, and business innovation. And she has participated and attended various tech industry discussions and events that help business leverage technology for sustainable growth. Elizabeth is a young professional, as we can see, that believes that combining passion with purpose can lead to transformative results in every aspect of our lives. That's interesting. And she's also an avid believer of playing the long term game that achieves lasting results. When she's not working, she enjoys going out, connecting with people, watching movies, and reading books or articles. She loves to work and also enjoys life at the same time because we only live once, and all work and no play makes Elizabeth a dull girl. So, right now, I think I'm gonna, yeah, so we've got everybody back on stage again.
My apologies.
Yay! Yeah, yeah.
Apologies about that. I think I must have pressed something wrongly.
Oh, dear.
Mm.
It's good to have you back. Good to have you back. So I've just read a brief introduction of Elizabeth, and I'm sure it captures everything. I can just say interesting facts about you. So, Elizabeth, let's just hand it over to you. Just tell us your story. Really, we are eager to hear.
Okay. Okay. I once again I'm Elizabeth and it's nice to be here. Thank you, Judy, and thank you, Patricia. So basically, so do you mean like the story of how I transitioned from marketing to product?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I transitioned from marketing to tech while I was still in school. That's University of Ibadan and 300 level to be precise. So basically, I was I majored in marketing, public relations, and advertising, and it was something that was really like I love doing because basically like I love marketing. I love knowing how the brands are connecting to users, having like users engage with your products and also like consumers. We call them consumers in marketing, especially depends on the type of product and all of that. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And at that point, 300 level, I was doing my internship at a marketing company in Lagos where I was a marketing intern, and it was something I loved doing. But I don't know, I just felt like when people ask me that, how did you transition? I think one, two things they always say is that curiosity and I was bored. Like those two things. I always like I was bored and like, curious because it got to a point in marketing. I was like saying, I don't know, maybe like I think it also like the type of environment or the company where I found myself in also like played an influence. So I was like, I was doing the same thing. It was like repetitive and I was just like getting bored. And at that point, that was when I was hearing people, there was like this loud noise of get a digital skill, get a digital skill, like everybody was talking about it. I'm like, okay, yes. And one thing that prompted me was one day I was scrolling on Twitter, which is now X, and I saw one of my classmates. She's also a product manager as well, and she treated something that related to like product management. I was like, product management, what's this about? So I went online, I did my research. Okay, product management, this is very interesting because he also like it's related to what I even do as a marketer, like as in marketing, because product management also has bit of marketing. You're working with everybody, you're working with the marketing team and all of that. So like, okay, I feel like this is something that I can do. This is something I can try. So I did my research, learn about everything that entails product management, and I said, okay, yes, this is something that I know that I'm interested. It looks very interesting, so let me try it out and see how it goes for me. One thing that I'm very particular about is my mindset. If I've set out that okay, I want to do this and I want to go for it, then I'm going to go for it.
Mhm.
So after I already know, okay, I want to go into like product management, I want to try it out. So what I had to do was okay, now that I've chosen that product management, then was next. Then I went online, I had to like take courses. I joined boot camps, did internship, tech for dev, Coursera, Udemy. Like I took those courses, I did entry level programs and all of that. So I already had like the formal idea or the learning of what being a product manager entails and all that. But it doesn't end there. There's always more because it's a different thing to have like the theory part. And like I said, when once you are learning, but you are not really learning if you are not applying it.
Mm.
That means you've not really learned. So after I took those courses and I do those internship and all of that, I thought, okay, what was next? I was confused, and this is one thing. most like young graduates and every professional like they face. You've gotten the theory part, but then how do you apply it? There's no jobs out there. People are not giving entry level a chance. Even when you see application, you see people say, "Oh, you must have 3 years experience, you must have 5 years experience," and even on LinkedIn, I've seen people to talk about it that entry level roles are now very limited. And then it was like a really big thing. Now it's even like bigger and all of that. So that was one problem that I faced. Okay, I've learned the theory part. Then how do I apply it? And one way that I went about it was that using my network of people. So okay, I've done the theory part. I just one thing I did was I went to my friends there and people that I know that were already learning like tech. Funny enough, like we're just like a group of young people minds. Everybody will go. One person is learning data analysis, another person. So I was just in their DMs. Oh, I just finished product management. I'm interested. I want to like I'm open to many roles. I don't care if it's paid. I was not even looking at money at that time. I was looking at just the experience. Like I just want to gain the experience. I want to apply what I've learned because I really enjoyed the classes, the boot camps. I feel like yes, I know what it's about, but I need to apply it. So I reach out to my friends, I reach out to people. And one of my friends who is a data analyst, I reach out to, oh, I'm currently like I'll appreciate it if you see any opening product manager intern. I'm open. I just finished these courses and I'm looking to like apply my skills and all of that. And I said no problem. Then funny enough, she just posted a screenshot of our chats on our WhatsApp status, and the founder that she's working with saw the screenshot on our WhatsApp. And was like, oh yeah, I'm currently like I have an opening at my place for a product manager. A product manager. Yes, I would like to have a chat with your friend. She can come in like. I'll have to like I would like to have a chat with your friend to see if she's suitable for the role, and that was how it happened. And then I joined the company, and that was how I was able like to transition. And even though I got the role, I won't lie, there was challenges. It was not easy because that was like my first that was like my first my first like job. Like feel
I can
like
imagine.
there were challenges, but like that was one opening. Like the fact that someone put a bet on me that yes, you are yes, you just like transitioned and you are still learning, but yes, I feel like you're capable. And up till now, he still tells me that Elizabeth, I told you back then that you do a very good job. And now he's like my mentor and coach. So like that was how I was able to like fully there were challenges, I won't lie, like it was not easy because product management is a very vast like everything. So like it's not easy to break in, but that was how I was able to like transition.
Wow. Powerful story. Tricia, your thoughts. I can see you looking mesmerized.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. That was quite an interesting one because what I could take back from everything, most of the things you said, let me just, in a nutshell, you were willing to work for free
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you needed hands-on experience, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
another thing I took from it was you empowered yourself, like you bought some of those courses you took, right? I think
Yes.
that is one thing that I don't know, Judy, but I think that's one thing that most people that are trying to transition, the ones they just take like just one course, they automatically feel okay, it should be a walk in the park. I know. So I wanted to know your waiting period. What was it like for you?
My
The
waiting
waiting
period
period,
before I
yeah,
got the
before
job.
you got that one, yeah.
I won't lie, it was not good. That was one of the challenges. That's why I said the waiting period is always at that point you are questioning everything. You are even questioning yourself that did I make the right decision? Is this something that I want to do? Am I even capable? Because at that point I applied. Like I applied to like different roles. But like I said, entry level people are not like there are limited entry level roles out there, and people don't want to like okay people are looking for people with 3 years experience, 5 years experience and all of that. So like it was a really trying period. But one thing that was very proud, like I said, mindset is very important. Once you've said that okay, this is something you want to do, that's why it's very important that you do your research. You don't just jump into something because you
Yes.
don't want to keep jumping. So it's very important that you do your research and you've made your mind that yes, this is something that I want to do. So that when those challenges come, it doesn't prevent you and it doesn't weigh you down so much. So I already like did my research, and taking those courses, going for those boot camps, internship. Like I really enjoy it. And that's why I said product management is something that I love doing. And so that waiting period was something that yes, it was trying, but I was still able to, like, I knew that I was going to eventually get it. So just about okay, what
The
strategies am I going
time.
to do this? Doing working on my resume, working on projects. And funny enough, the role was not even a paid role. It wasn't a paid role, it was an unpaid role. But I did not mind because at that point I was not looking at the money because I knew that once I get that experience and I put it on my resume and I've gotten like the hands-on experience I need, the money that I'm looking for now, I'll be able to make like times five of it or 10 of it. So, like I said, I'm someone that always like to think of long term, like, okay, what do I want? I set long term goals, then I now set like short term goals. Okay, how am I going to achieve those long term goals? I always love to like think long term. So, I was not even looking at the money at that point, and I would say that that's something that has really paid off for me, like, really paid off for me. So, yes, it was not easy, but like I said, doing your research, making sure that this is something that you want to do, and also setting your mind at it, and also mapping out strategies that okay, are you going to get to where you eventually want to be, and all of that. So yes,
I think Romuald is saying any journey in IT is a trek of constant learning,
of course,
a bit like
exactly.
Star Trek, but more applicable to the real world. Judy, were you going to ask a question? Go ahead.
I wasn't It's a question. I was just very impressed because I was curious. Okay, we've got this young lady that has transitioned, and I really wanted to hear her story. So, other people who have joined are a bit, more experience that they have all the experience. But fresh out of school, doing your like IT, and you realize, okay, I think I want something more interesting, more challenging, and you've been able to transition. And one thing that really stood out for me was the fact that your community, everybody around you was learning some sort of digital skill or the other. So I think that's a take home. Surround yourself with the same kind of people because it was someone who you chatted with in your community that was able to host your chat and you got that opportunity. So I think everyone here, whether you're experienced or not, we should be leveraging on a good community,
Yeah,
to be able
exactly.
to push forward. Even if you've gotten a job, always remain in a community that could
Yes,
help you.
communities are very important. Even till now, I
Yeah.
belong to different communities. I belong to communities on Telegram, on Slack
Hmm.
channel, WhatsApp, and these communities they share resources, they post job opportunities. I've gotten different gigs from these communities. I've gotten
Hmm.
jobs from that I had to like reject from these communities. So communities are very important. Like that, there's a lot of value in community. Having people around you, people with the same mindset, people that are very good oriented. That's one thing that I always say because I think one myth that people have about tech is that tech is like, should I say like oil money, or is something that once you get into it, like is in the next 6 months you're making dollars.
Is
Because
it not our money?
that's what myth people have about it. Because on Twitter and X, you are seeing people posting, "Oh, I
So
just
many
got this gig
gigs.
that pays me $3,000, that pays me
Sis
$5,000."
focus.
But before they got those $5,000 money, do you know what they had to pass through? Those
Mm.
years of them learning, having to like squat with their friends, managing Wi-Fi, managing data, the time they had to like borrow money in order to like get data to learn those courses,
Mm.
the times they were burning the midnight oil, trying to like learn coding, learning different tools because tech is always evolving. So you have to always be on top of your game. You have to know what's trending and jump on it and all of that. So like those years of hard work goes into it. So it's not just that you are already like you are into tech, you go into tech, you're just saying in the next 6 months, I want to be making dollars, I want to be earning pounds, I want to be making like 1 million, this and that. It doesn't work that way. So that's one myth. So that's why when people go into tech, they get frustrated and tired that no, these people are scam, they were lying and all of that.
Mm.
No, tech is just like every other profession out there. You don't
Yeah.
start making no, you have to work for it. You have so that's why it's very important that you are very growth oriented. You are looking like growth. Okay, this is where I want to start from. You are taking baby steps. Okay, this is a process basically. So you are starting from here. Like I said, thinking long term. So for example, if you ask me, I didn't know in the next 5 years, this is where I want to be. So to be where I want to be in that 5 years, how do I get there? That's where I now break it down that okay, these are the actionable tech steps that I want to take in order to get to where I want to be in the next 5 years. So it's not a quick money that 6 months you're making pounds, I'm making dollars. No, tech is just like every profession. So that's why it's not good to get into it with that mindset. If not, you just get tired and the waiting period will be very frustrating for you. And in the next 2 months or 3 months, you see yourself, okay, no, tech is not for me. Content creation is not for me.
Yes. Mm.
You're making
Yes.
content. So
Wow,
that's
this
why it's very important that you do your research.
yeah, so much wisdom from you. So much wisdom from you. I'll just take a break right now and we want to introduce our giveaway. So yeah,
Mm.
can we have the hashtags? Hashtag Techtalk, hashtag Techtalk. Please let's start keeping it coming because we hope to round up by 7 o'clock. So if you're here and you've shared, you have subscribed, and you're um so sorry, you're here, you've shared and you've subscribed. That's the three things. If you have done all of that, please put hashtag Tech Talk and keep let's keep it going. Yeah. I'm gonna put my own hashtag Tech Talk because I've done all three too. All right.
Okay. Can I go ahead with Elizabeth? So I was going to
Yes.
ask, right, the question that most people, I have like few persons that will come to my DM and be like, oh, I've done like I've put on my resume, I've learned this course, I took this course, and then I'm not getting it right. Please, I'm going to analyze the question, right? How long did it take you to get a job? One. Two, I know some people used to say, oh, I had to pad up my CV and all of that. Did you do all of that, or you just highlighted the courses you did? Most of the courses you did, the certification courses you did. So I asked two questions. One, how long did it take you to get a job? And what was it like building your resume? Did you just go there and just put up what you had on your resume? And while you were waiting, what was going on? So, in a nutshell, all three questions. Could you kindly just go over it for me? Thank you.
Okay. So how long did it take me to get a job that pays me well? I would say it took me a year to actually get a job that I was like, no, okay, yes, I'm good with this money. It took me a year. And
Also,
before
sorry to
I,
cut you short. So before then you had another job that was not so well paying, right? Is that what you're saying?
yes, I had a job that was not well paying.
Oh,
I had a job
okay.
that was
So
not well
between the
paying.
time you decided to start or get into tech and you got a job, not the well-paying one, the one that you actually got a job, how long did it take?
Okay, before I got the ones that were not well paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me 6 months. I'll say 6 months.
Hmm.
Because I was very particular about it. Like I said, I was not even I was not bothered about the money. I just wanted the experience. So one thing I was doing was I was actively reaching out to people. I was making use of my communities as well. Because on different communities, you see where they post, "Oh, I have a project that I'm working on. If you are willing to like volunteer as a product manager to work with me on this project, is something that I would like and all of that." I was there. So I volunteered. So one thing that I did was I volunteered and I also worked on my own personal project as well, and also worked with a couple of product managers. Like I said, having the right group of people. So we were like 3 or 4 people, and we're like, okay, yes, we are done with our courses. What's next? Let's work. Let's do our own projects. That's the way we can also like show it on our resume. Because if you don't have projects that you've worked on, if you don't volunteer and it's just courses that you've taken, what are you going to build your resume? It won't be substantial, so you won't have anything to show. So one thing that I did was I volunteered for projects. I also worked on my own project as well, and also had like a group of PMs where we came together and okay worked on a particular project. So those are things that I so after I had those experience, so I just went like structured my resume and make sure that those work that I've done and the experience that I got from those volunteering, working on my personal projects, working with people reflected on my resume. So when I'm applying, I know that okay, for example, let's say that I see an internship role, like a paid internship role, or I see an entry level role, and I'm applying that, knowing that this person already has a knowledge, like a knowledge of what she's going to do and knows what she's doing basically, because that also reflects in my resume as well. So those are things that I did. So I was not just waiting that oh now that I've learned, I know the theory part that oh what's next and all of that. No, I make sure that I'm leverage on volunteering, be working on my own personal project as well, and also working with other product managers working on different projects so that we can build our resume. And that's something that really paid off for me. And I've also seen it with other PMs too. That's one those are the routes that they take in order to like build their resume, because people want to make sure that you are tried and tested. They don't want to bring someone that is just like a newbie or a novice. You just have the theory part. You don't really know how it works and all of that. So that was one thing that really helped me.
Interesting.
Okay.
Carry on, Susan.
No, go ahead. I was going
Oh
to ask
yes.
question, but go
So
ahead.
yeah, I was just like you were able to work on your own personal project and you had that in your CV. Very interesting. Very interesting. I hope anyone who is here who is hearing us and is thinking, how do I build up my CV? So you don't just have to wait until you get that experience. You can also,
Yeah, you should.
put down
You
together.
don't need to wait.
And
You
I
don't need
think volunteering is really the way to go, really. Yeah,
Yes, it is. It
it
is.
is.
Volunteering is a very good way to go because I've even like this week I've seen a lot of volunteering opportunities where people say, "Oh, I have like this project I'm working on, a very good project. I need someone that can volunteer as a product manager." And volunteering doesn't mean you won't get stipend. You get stipend. You also get like data allowance and all of that. It's just that you won't be getting the big money that product managers get as well. So I've
But
seen
you're
people
getting
that,
the experience,
yeah,
Wow.
which is very important.
yeah.
Wow.
So it's a very good way to build your portfolio and to build your experience, because now you're not practicing what you've learned, the theory part, you're not practicing because this now you're working on a live product, you're working with real people, you're knowing okay. Because it was when I started one of my volunteer experience that I realized that oh my god, that the product management that I learned in theory is different from real life.
True.
it's, it's different from reality. Because
Wow.
in the textbook they are telling you oh, put a manager this and that, it's sweet in the textbook, but in real life it is chaotic.
Mm.
So that is when you are now like no, oh my god, product manager. In fact, meet any product managers. That's one thing I will tell you, that product management in textbook is different from reality. So that is why it's very important that you get that experience. Either you're working on your own side project, you're working with other people, or you're volunteering, because it will really up to build your portfolio and your resume, and you're getting the real world experience of what it means to be a product manager.
I actually think real life and textbook are two different things. So it's always good to have hands-on experience. And I'll
Experience.
just keep it in here that that's what transition to tech actually offers. So while we're teaching you textbook in transition to tech, we are also giving you hands-on experience, projects that you can work with, that you can be able to put in your CV or your resume and actually show that you have some sort of experience. So yes,
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question. How would you say the role of mentoring has helped you in your transition journey?
Oh, yes, mentoring. Mentoring. That is a very good thing. I'm not going to lie. Although when I started, I did not really like had a mentor at that time, because I won't lie, when I started, I was like confused. I was like, I think I was more particular about okay, let me just practice what I learned and all of that. I had people who like we were age mates, like around like same age range and all of that, and but they had more experience than me. So I don't know if that I don't think that I don't know if that counts as a mentor, but I do know that okay, when I have questions, when I'm confused, or when I have like particular, for example, let's say I apply for this stuff and I feel like, oh, maybe I don't think I can do it, and all of that, I reach out to them and they help me and all of that. But I've had product managers and friends as well that had mentor. And currently now, I have a mentor. When I started, I did not remember. Currently, I have a mentor, and I can't like no. Having a mentor in your tech journey is a very good one. It's not like I won't say it's not compulsory because there's some people that say, oh, I don't need a mentor and all of that's fine. You can also make it without a mentor, but having someone that is more experienced than you. For example, my current mentor, that's like he's currently like my VP of products, and he's someone that I look up to because he's very good. So anytime I have questions, I have let's say like I have a part that I don't understand or places I need clarity with, or even when it comes to my career journey, because I feel like as of last year I went to go and meet him that okay, yes, I feel like I've gotten to this particular stage, but I'm trying to like okay, learn other stuff that what do you think about it? Because every year I always make sure that I have a career roadmap and also have a learning roadmap. So I went to meet him and like give me advice and just guide me. And this really helps a lot because it's very important that you have someone that is more experienced than you and learn than you that you can learn from and ask questions and mistakes that they have made. You are able to learn from them and they're able to tell you that oh, I've made this mistake. Don't go this route. Like can go another route and all of that. So having a mentor really helps and it's something that we always encourage people to do. And there are also platforms that also connect you. Now it's even easier than when I first started because now there are platforms that connect you to mentors. We have ADP list and like other platforms that connect you to mentors where you can have people that mentor you, you can ask them questions and all of that. So it really helps. And I think the way I view mentoring, and one thing that I always tell people, don't view mentoring as oh, every day you're always in your mentor DM asking him questions that are this and that and all of that. Don't frustrate your mentor. A mentor is not someone that you should always go to every time. Oh, I have questions, this and that. One thing I always do is that a mentor is just someone that you reach out to, like, okay, I need your advice on this, or how do I go about this, and all that. So before you even reach out to your mentor, make sure that you already like do your own research and okay, you've you've looked at this particular problem that you want to go and meet your mentor with. Then you are not just going with just the basic knowledge. So your mentor is just someone that adds to you to what you already have. That's the way I view mentorship because I know of mentors that are always like, oh, this person that mentoring is frustrating me, is disturbing me, always in my DMs, this and that, and all of that. So that's just the way I view mentorship. So I'll say mentorship is something that is also very important.
Yeah.
It helps in your tech journey.
I think someone has a question for you. Ramon said, I'd like to ask the guest a question. If she had any dealings with programming languages, which one was her first?
Oh yes. Yes, that in fact I'll call it that one of the challenges because I knew that Judy was going to ask me that question about okay, what challenges did I have when I was like transitioning into product management. I'll say the technical background because um for example, there are people that transition into product management, they're already like developers or software developers. And as a product manager, you're working with engineers, you're working with front end, you're working with the back end, you're working with cybersecurity, you're working with like people with technical expertise. And you, if you don't have knowledge of coding, programming languages, APIs, and how all of that work, it's going to be like they just put you inside a jungle where you're confused on where to go. So that was one challenge that I had at the beginning of my tech journey. For example, where I mentioned that after my friend posted a screenshot of our chat and I was able to get that role. And when as after my first month there, I wanted to quit because I was so unsure of myself. I was like, is this really something that I want to do? Because that was when I really had like the real life experience of being a product manager. And I was saying like I did not understand what developers were saying. I was so confused because I did not have the technical expertise. I only had like the surface level, okay, being a product manager, you're working with people, you're working on documentations and all of that. But as a product manager, you're working hand in hand with the engineering team. You're the one driving them and all of it. So it's very important that you understand what they're talking. For example, you can be in meetings with them and they're talking about API, talking about programming language, and if you don't understand, you're like, oh, what are they talking about? So that was one challenge that I had. And the way I was able to navigate that was that, okay, I didn't knew that. Well, I don't understand it. I one thing that two things that helped me was that, for example, let's say I'm in a meeting with my engineer and they're talking about, oh, API, this and that, and all, and I don't understand it. After that meeting, one thing I'm going to Google to go and check. Oh, what does this mean? This and that, how does this work, and all of that. So just basically doing my own personal research and, oh yeah, this is what they meant, this is what it means, and all of that. So doing my own personal research, and also my engineering team really helped me. Like I said, there's no way one way to get the technical expertise is from your engineering team, and that's having a good relationship with your engineer. So I had a good relationship with my engineer. So when they are talking and I don't understand, I ask them questions, oh, what are you guys talking about? What does this mean? And they take their time to really explain it and break it down. So that really helped like build my technical expertise. And now I would say to a certain level when engineers are talking, I understand what they are saying. Because even till now, I'm still learning. I'm still like, okay, working on different things, API and testing, purity, and all of that. So that was one way I was able to like mitigate that, overcome that challenge, doing my own personal research, and also making sure that I have a good relationship with my engineers as well. So they were able to put me through and all of that. And also doing my own personal learning. I took courses. I'm even currently taking engineering course. That was, I'm continuously learning. Learning never stops. Currently, like I said, every year I always have a learning roadmap. So I didn't know that. For example, now I have a 6 months learning roadmap of, okay, in the next 6 months, like this is what I want to have learned and all of that. So I'm currently taking engineering courses. I'm always continuously learning because learning never stops. That tech is always evolving. There's always something new. Last year we had ChatGPT. Now this year we have DeepSeek. So it's always there's always something new. You always have to continuously learn. So that was one way I was able to like overcome that challenge of technical expertise. But I know of product managers that currently struggle with that. And yesterday I was also having that discussion with a group of new product managers. One thing they complained about is that, oh, when I'm in meetings, I don't understand what the engineers are talking about and all of that. And one thing I always say is take it easy. You can't, like I said, it's just as if you're in a jungle and you don't know what to do. So don't feel overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time. Have a good relationship with your engineers. Do your own research. Take courses. That is the way to be a good product manager. So that was how I was able to. That was how I was able to get my first hand experience in the programming languages as well, and also practicing it.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Well, I think the question Romo was asking is that do you, okay, now you've been able to walk your way around all of that. Do you actually know any programming language as a product
Oh
manager?
yeah, yes.
Oh, brilliant. And which one of them?
I'll say Python, Nest.js, when it even comes to the front end development, also the back end development as well, and also doing APIs as well.
Well, is
So
it
I
really
have,
important
what do you
for a,
say?
is it really important for a product manager to have that
Okay,
programming
so I'll
language?
say there are currently like two arguments regarding that. So in
Mm,
Nigeria, in the Nigeria setting, as a product manager, you are doing everything. Why abroad? There's a difference between a product manager and a product owner. So in Nigeria, being a product manager, you have to have those technical expertise. You
mm,
really have to, because if you don't have that technical expertise, you won't be able to really understand what you are even building or even communicate effectively with your engineering team. For example, you're having a meeting with your engineering team and I say, oh, this particular feature that we're working on is going to take us um, 6 months to build. And meanwhile, it's a lie. It's something they can do in 3 months. But because they know that you don't understand, engineers do that a lot. But because they know that you don't understand, so that's why, because engineers always, there's one thing they do, they always try to buy time for themselves because they don't want to feel overwhelmed. But if you already know that, no, this is something that you should be able to do in 3 months, so that's why having that technical expertise is very important, especially when you're working in a startup. For example, where I work, we're a startup, and I've had to like work on products from right from ideation to launch, and that's like having to like break it down. Okay, this is how the product journey is going to be. These are the features that we're looking at, and all of that. So I'm always working hand in hand with the engineering team. So when they come to me for engineers, always have questions and they want answers. So when they come to me for questions, I will always make sure that I have answers to give them. So in Nigeria, it's very important that you have technical expertise. But like I said, not technical expertise for you to become a developer.
Yeah.
No, because that's there's a friend of mine told me that our boss told her that I don't understand. Do you want to become an engineer? Your work is to manage the product and to make sure that this product is a success, not leave the engineering bit to the engineering team. So not I like I said, you don't need to have that in-depth knowledge, please. No, you don't need to have that. No, it's good if you
Just the
have that
basic.
just know the exactly just know the basics basically just know the basic you know how okay you know the programming languages, you know how the front end works, you know how the back end works, you know how integrations work, you know about api, you know about api testing, security, and all that. Just knowing the basics that really helps a lot than not knowing anything at all.
That's quite an impressive one. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. One last question before Judy does the, just very briefly, before Judy does the whole raffle. Excuse me. I was going to ask. Oh, you were lucky because you had you were curious, or you were lucky, should I say, because you saw someone put up product manager and then you went to do like a sourcing to get more ideas. What about people that don't know how to, where to go, and what course to do to align with what they are doing? How do you advise them?
Okay, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? Your voice was
You know,
breaking.
you said you saw where your friend posted product management
Yeah,
or something, and then you
yeah,
went to source because probably you're that kind of person. You know, some people like you to hold them by the hand. So
yes.
how do you advise those people, those set of people?
Okay. So, for example, if someone comes to me and says, "Oh, she wants to get a tech skill, or she wants to get a, she doesn't know what tech skill to get to like learn and all of that." One thing I always do say, and that's even something that I'm currently like telling my siblings, is that go online first, search what are the different tech careers that we have, because people think it's just, oh, I'm a front end engineer, I'm a back end engineer, I'm a product manager, I'm a project manager. There are a lot of tech careers. So just go online, do your research, have a list of those tech careers, do your research on every one of them, and now look at it. Also evaluate yourself that, oh, as a person, what are the skills that you have? Because like I said, having transferable skills really helps a lot. I transitioned from marketing to tech fully, and I can say that having a background in marketing, advertising, and public relations has really, really helped me a lot, and it's one thing that has really helped in acing my interviews. So look at the skills that you currently have, look at the transferable skills that you have, evaluate it with your research that you've done. Okay, based on my research that I've done, these are the different tech areas that we have, and this is something and you look at it. Okay, this you look at it. Okay, this is something that I can do. This is something that I'm interested in. This is something I'm passionate about, and this is something that I feel like really fits into what I want to do. And also ask yourself, do you see yourself doing this in like the next 5 years or 10 years? Like basically, just like do your own personal evaluation, do your research. So once you've done that, and you'll be able to like, that was what I did. I did my research. I was like, okay, you'll be able to like pick, for example, you say, okay, yes, based on my research and based on the skills that I currently have, and based on, okay, yes, I feel like this is something I can do in the next 5 years or 10 years. I want to go into project management. So you've now decided, that means you've had like, okay, you've arrived at one point that yes, I want to go into project management. That's after doing your own personal evaluation and also carrying your research on the different tech careers that we have. So you've decided on one, project management. So how do you go about it? Taking courses, learning. So you can go try out different courses, like try out Coursera, try out Udemy, try out the different boot camps. We have a lot of free boot camp. As of last week, I was still seeing different openings for 6 months boot camp free, 6 months boot camp trainings, different internship. Apply for it, try them out, and see. Okay, try them, try the different courses, apply for them, and all of, so you've done your courses. For example, let's say that you do like those courses, you take those courses for like 6 months. Now you already have the theory, theory level now, which now means for you to apply. But like I said, there's no learning without application, without you actually applying what you've learned. Try out, like I said, do your research, look for opportunities, join communities, go for tech events, tech events. I really met a lot of people going out, like networking with people, going for tech events. So through them, you're able to know their company has an opening for an internship where you're able to like apply, join communities, join Slack channels, network with people, have like conversations with people. Oh, I'm currently open for this role. I just finished my project management training and I'm looking to like apply it and all of that. Do that. Also, like work on your own project as well and volunteer. So once you be able to do that for a particular, for example, let's say you'll be able to do that for like 3 months, 4 months, and you already have that knowledge, and you feel like, okay, yes, put, apply, put them, make sure that you reflect in your CV, your resume. I would say that one thing that I've noticed is that people don't. One problem that entry level folks have is packaging their resume, because when you apply for roles, the HR, that's the hiring manager, they go through
Resume.
your
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you apply for roles, they go through your resume, and there are just so many bad resume that is not like really packaged, and that's one problem that I've seen happen a lot. But now we have a lot of trainings where people are like, okay, how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to optimize your resume and all of that. So attend those trainings, package your resume or your CV, and apply for those roles. And do not, I know that there are times that serving like you're feeling like, oh, you're not good enough, you're not there yet, you want to keep learning, because there's always that urge to say, oh, I don't think I'm ready to put myself out there, let me just keep learning. You've not gained enough knowledge and all of that. That those times will come, you doubt yourself, but don't always put yourself out there, network with people, apply for those roles, and when you get them, make sure that you prove yourself. Make sure that you prove yourself that yes, I am capable, and show your experience. And also be curious. Curiosity is very important. I won't lie. Like even as a product manager, you have to be curious, ask questions, network with people, and those parts really helped a lot. I won't lie. So yes, those are the ways. Just do your research. Join communities, go for tech events, also network with people, ask questions. I go to people DM, even on LinkedIn. I leverage LinkedIn a lot, and I won't lie, I've gotten results, like very good results from leveraging LinkedIn and just putting myself out there. Like I said, you don't need to wait till you are perfect. It's not possible. Don't wait till you have 100%. As you're learning, oh, for example, you learned A and B, go to LinkedIn, write a post about it. This is what I learned. Funny enough, you just see someone that goes to your page and say, oh, this person, I feel like she can join us, and you get the role. So that really helps a lot.
Thank you. Especially this last one. Put out your work. And I was just discussing it with Judy today. She was saying, people should learn to every stage, every stage, every stage. So thank you very
Yeah.
much. Over to you, my host. Judy, can you hear us?
Oh yes, I'm working with
Hi,
Java.
Judy.
Oh yeah, I'm reading one of the comments. Oh yeah, a programmer. That's nice. An engineer can connect.
Judy. Okay, I think she has network issues because it seemed like she can't hear us, right?
Oh yeah.
Judy, are you there? She's supposed to bring us the. Okay. So it is time for the raffle. I think some people must have done
Oh, for the
the.
giveaway.
Yeah, the giveaway. Giveaway. I like that part, the giveaway part. So Judy, it's time for us to spin. If you can hear me, we need to spin. I think her network is lagging.
Yeah, it is lagging.
Okay. So first, Elizabeth, I must commend you, and I must say I could go on and on just listening to you because you're a handful. And I see that, the thing they used to say, small body, be sickness. So because you're one power packed person. And I'm really glad that we brought you in. Like I said, there was a time I was trying to transition into that part, but I was like, I don't know if I'm a right person. where I have to grab so many projects. I might just get overwhelmed. I know, but so far,
Yeah.
listening to you has actually made it quite an interesting one. So, Judy, if you can hear me, do you want to do the raffle draw? Because we're coming to the end of this show. Elizabeth, please, I would like to pin your name so that our audience can follow you, because I think we have more audience on YouTube and also on
Okay.
Instagram. So if you don't mind, I'll pin your name to the comment section so
Yeah,
that
that's fine.
our audience can actually follow you and see what you have been up to. Please hold on.
I'm sorry I could hear you, but I was having some technical issues. I apologize, and thank you very much, Elizabeth. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. It was so power packed, and it's it's actually unfortunate that we'll be leaving very soon. I could just go on and on, just like Tricia has said. We could just go on and on listening to you because you're dishing out lots of value. Talk about the roadmap, learning roadmap, career roadmap. You already have that all planned out. So if you're here and you're listening and you are one to that is looking into transitioning, please just take notes. If possible, go back to YouTube because it's going to be on YouTube. Watch this again. There's a lot of value in what Elizabeth has said. I myself have actually gained a lot. I don't know about you. We've gained a lot. So yes, we've just got a few minutes more, and it seems like it's either Trisha or myself that is going to be winning because I didn't
It
see
better
any
be
other
me.
person put the hashtag. I didn't see any other person put the hashtag. Please put hashtag Tech Talk, hashtag Tech Talk. Emmanuel Do, my OG, has said he's enjoying this interesting talk. Who wouldn't? If you're a forward thinking person, you would really enjoy this because when I invited Elizabeth, I didn't know what to expect. But I think when I just go with when I just allow the Holy Spirit take over, I get those interesting
Yeah.
guests on our show. So yes, we've got Emmanuel saying he's enjoying it. I've enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone has enjoyed it. So please, I'm just gonna give one more minute for you to put your hashtag Tech Talk. Let us get it rolling because it's just either Trisha or myself that is going to be winning this because I can see only. Oh, we've got three entries now. Who's the third person? Okay, Shofumi has put a hashtag TikTok. So yeah, so it's either three of us. I'm gonna give it one more minute. So 18:59, that is 6:59 here. If I don't get any more entries, I would carry on spinning the wheel. So yes, Trisha is putting Elizabeth's handle, her LinkedIn handle. I'm going to tag it
I think I
here.
must have spelled it wrongly,
Oh,
but let me
yes,
just
you
put it
did.
there.
You actually did.
Let me put it back.
Olagunju.
Sorry, 1 second. You can go ahead.
And it's evident that Elizabeth is someone we call an efiko because it's very evident.
So, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. Is that the last alphabet is you, right?
What do you say?
The last alphabet in your surname is you. U,
Yes.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Alphabet U. Olagunju. I hope
Okay,
I'm
okay,
correct this
doke.
time.
So we've got four entries now. I'm going to share my screen. Fingers crossed. Let the best person win. Sharing my screen right now. Giveaway. Okay. Yeah. So let the best person win. Yeah. Oh.
Are you serious?
Oh my goodness.
Are you serious? So I have Amazon voucher like this.
it actually got to Shilfumi, and I was already happy for Shilfumi, but so congratulations, Tricia, you
Thank
are
you.
our
Thank
winner.
you. Thank
But
you.
since you are part of transition to tech, let's give it to somebody now.
Yeah.
Well,
You did it for me when I
I'm
won.
going to give
So
it to Sheung Fumi.
okay, I think we
Yeah,
should allow
that's
our
just me
guest.
gifting it to her because she's been consistent.
She has actually,
So
but
Sheung
just
Fumi,
like
this
we
is
did the
from me
last
to
time,
you.
can we allow our guests decide who should take it?
Yeah, I would like Sean for me to take it. I
Oh,
Thank you.
under the post and she has been really supportive. I
yes.
have no idea she was here actually. So yeah.
Yes, Shofumi is my sister, my little sister, sorry. And yeah, congratulations, Shofumi. So you're gonna get your, is it 10 gigabytes worth of data depending on the network you use. Courtesy Transition to Tech Academy. So if you're here and you're just wondering what's the show all about, you just stumbled upon this show. This is a program brought to you by Transition to Tech Academy. Transition to Tech Academy helps people to transition from non-tech backgrounds into career in tech. So we understand that not everybody is an efiko like Elizabeth that can just read and understand and actually get a job in tech. So we are ready to hold your hands all through your journey from being non-techies to actually a very, very rewarding career in tech. We are also, if you look through the screen, you can see our different handles. Please, if you're not following us, do where to follow us. This program is actually telling stories to inspire. So we have our slogan, which is we share our stories today so that you can share yours tomorrow. I did say to Taiwo, maybe you'll be in our hot seat very soon. I think Taiwo laughed about it. So Taiwo, please don't not laugh. In the next 1 year, you'll be the one encouraging myself and our audience on how you were able to move from your background to a thriving career in tech. So yeah, that is it from us. One last thing, Elizabeth, what advice would you give to youngsters? Because I realized that you actually did this while you're in university. So, what advice, if you have to do it again, what would it be? And number two, what advice are you giving to the young people out here?
Okay, I would say one thing that I would like to say is that your mindset is more important than your background.
Hmm.
Your mindset is more important than your background. That's why I mentioned having a growth mindset and not just going to a particular career because oh you feel like this is oil money, this is going to give you fast money and all of that. So having the right mindset and having a growth mindset is very important, and that's one thing that you should implement because that when you have the right mindset and you surround yourself like Taiwo said, having the right circle of people, having people that are growth oriented, people that want you to grow, it really helps like accelerate your tech career and your tech journey. And one thing I would say, surround yourself with people that want your growth, people that want you to grow, people that are pouring into you, and people that you're also pouring into them as well. Because that's one thing that I would say that really helped me last year and helped me to like accelerate my tech career. I had people that were interested, people that wanted me to grow, people that were sending me opportunities, people that were always like, okay, Elizabeth, you said you want to learn this. I saw this, take this course. People that were sending much, people that were recommending me, people that were referring me for gigs and all of that. So that really helped a lot. Have the right circle of people, have the right mindset, and also be very focused and on what you want to do and set on what you want to do. If you said that, okay, this is my goal, break it down. How do you want to achieve this goal? And don't overwhelm yourself, please. Doesn't everything will not happen at once? It's not possible. Start from
Hmm.
somewhere. And have one thing that I also saw on LinkedIn today is clarity. Clarity is very important. It's very important for you to know your why. Why are you doing this, and why do you want to do this? Because that really helps a lot. That because when things get hard, like Patricia said, the waiting period. it's very easy to say waiting period, but waiting period is very difficult, and not everybody can survive the waiting period, because there are people that will give up in that waiting period and no, this is not for me. I'm sorry, I'm giving up, and all of that. But when you know your why, that's what helps your waiting period, like helps you to like stay in your waiting period. Just like Taiwo said, your mind is your strongest weapon. So having the right mindset is very, very important, please, because that's what we in every career, and that's what will make you like
Yeah.
accelerate growth and introduce you to more opportunities.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Elizabeth.
you.
Yeah, yeah, I really appreciate this. I'll for me, I would say thank you, Elizabeth. I will hand over to Patricia to carry on with the show.
So thank you.
Oops, lost her. Okay, so I'll just take up from there. Thank you very much once again. Okay, carry on.
Okay, I was going to say, audience, kindly do a screenshot of the event and then tag Elizabeth on LinkedIn. Elizabeth, you're on Facebook also, right? Or whatever social media, but please tag her on LinkedIn and tell her a thank you and then drop a comment on what you are going home with this night. For me, mindset and community. So over to my host from my end, Elizabeth.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so for us, it's a goodbye. Thank you for joining. See you again next
Thank you
Friday.
for
And
having me.
Bye.
next Friday is Valentine's Day. So, yes, it's going to be something special, something very, very special. Our guests are saying, Roman is actually saying, all the biggest thanks to the guests. I cannot appreciate you enough, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And yes, watch out for next week, Friday, Valentine's Day is a season of love, and we're going to be sharing love here. So if you're here and you know someone who would benefit from this, please tell them to join us next week, Friday, because it's going to be special. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your evenings. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed myself.
All right. Bye.
Bye.